You're watching the new home for live Grizzly Athletics on the Grizzly Digital Network. We would like to thank our corporate sponsors who have made today's game possible. For more information, log on to grizzlyathletics.com. Now, here's voice of the Grizzlies, Matt Mahoney.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Grizzlies Live at Newk Eatery. As always, I'm your host, Matt Mahoney, and today we have a special episode for you. We're joined by Director of Athletics, Dr. Darin Wilson. Darin, how are we doing today?
Matt, doing great, thank you.
Well, it's been a whirlwind of a fall season. Have we had a chance to enjoy the holidays? How was your Thanksgiving a little bit?
Well, Thanksgiving was good. Traveled up to Kentucky for a little while and saw some family and had a good time with that, and got away just a little bit. But you're right. The fall is a whirlwind, so to speak. From August, when we first get here, all the way up until the conclusion of soccer seasons, you look back and you can't believe that 3.5, 4 months have went by that quickly.
Pretty quickly. It just seems like yesterday they were getting here and going through all the physicals and all the academic check-ins with Ian, and now they're preparing for finals this week, and so you see them in and out of the building. Our academic resource center is a little full this week too in our building.
It's been full. I left late last night. I got out of the office about 7:30 and had our student worker up there and monitoring that, and so all of our athletes are in finals right now, so we're hoping and wishing them the very best to get through finals. And again, you go through the Christmas break and you turn around and you're right back into the spring.
So not a lot of downtime, and obviously we've had a lot of success this fall season. You can go right on down the list here. Women's soccer, third 10-win season. Men's soccer hosted the opening round. Tennis competes at all new heights. Does any of this stuff now surprise you in your chair?
Well, I don't know about surprise. As we went back a year ago, and you asked me a similar question about being surprised. We're in the business of trying to compete and trying to win championships, and that's what we're trying to do. So I'm not sure I'm surprised. I think our coaches are doing a great job. On the fields, off the fields, and working with our student athletes in the classroom as well. Very, very pleased and impressed with our men's soccer program this year. To rally around and get the troops going late, and then to get into that AI conference tournament and go up there in adverse conditions, and to be able to win that at Ashford's home turf was really something special for our men's soccer team.
Seeing some of the highlights here of the trip, and obviously, I say a year ago, 2 years ago, essentially, we hosted the AI tournament. We go to Ashford this year. Which one do you prefer, sitting at home and watching the snowy conditions, or would you rather us host one of those events?
I would always like to host. We want to host as many events as we can. We've got great facilities, top-notch facilities here in Lawrenceville, and so we want to host that baseball, whatever that may be.
Whether it be men's and women's tennis, all new individual heights this fall season, going to the small college national championships, men's soccer bringing home a trophy. Does that seem like it validates what we're doing here when that stuff happens? Is that now the status quo, so to speak?
Well, I don't know about status quo, but again, we set this thing up to compete for championships. So we want to be able to compete on the field and the courts, but we also want to be able to do the things off the court and off the fields with our student athletes, with the type of enhancements that we've got going on right now. But, you hit on our tennis teams, and again, can't say enough about what Chase Hodges has done from a tennis standpoint. Our men's team and our women's team, for that matter, is not only highly competitive and very strong in the NAIA, but if we transpose that to a D2 or even a D1 schedule, which is what looks like we're going to really play this spring, we're very, very, very strong. And so very impressed with them. They've won our GPA the last 2 years. Wouldn't surprise me if they win it again this year. So anytime you've got a team that's competing and winning national championships, but also putting out a 3.2, 3.3, 3.4 GPA in the classroom, that's something pretty special.
That's getting it done in the classroom and on the court as well. As we talk about the accolades, they continue to roll in. We said about a year ago now that we only had one trophy in the trophy case. Starting to get a little full. Is there plans to build a second one now?
Well, it's more fun to look at our trophy case today, certainly, than it was when we first put it in. But it's good. It's rewarding to look back and be able to see some of the hardware that we've collected. But as you know, I'll reflect a little bit, but I'm always looking forward. And so glad that we put the trophy in there from the fall with the AI conference tournament. But we're looking forward to the spring. I think we're going to have a strong baseball spring as we hit our stride, but really looking forward to seeing Kat Eilenberg's softball team because, coming off a 40-win season last year, she's got a great nucleus back, really does a nice job with her program top to bottom, and so we're getting to host that tournament this year on our turf, so really looking forward to the product that they're going to put out on the field.
Seeing some of the new footage from what's downstairs in the Grizzly Athletics complex, new All-American wall. We're going to add Rude Gold to that list as well, just came out this week. Second men's soccer player to be honored at the NAI All-American level, and then probably my favorite right here is the national championship wall. Got men's and women's tennis highlighted there, then obviously our trophy case there.
Yeah, really pleased with the new hardware that we've got downstairs, but also just the pieces that showcase the facility and our student athletes. Again, we want to make sure that we put things up that highlight them, their achievements on the courts, on the fields, and then in the classroom. We've also got the AD Honor Roll board that's down there that we rotate out every fall and spring, and couldn't be more proud of them. Also, the 3 students that we had that were named the NAIA Daktronics All-Americans as well. Impressed with them.
We've got the shout-outs for Martin and Zach at the end of the show, as well as Sarah, so obviously wanted to highlight them as well. We've done a lot of reflecting here so far, but we're going to take a break. You going to hang around here
Absolutely.
for a little bit of lunch? All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back and talk about some of the facility changes we've got, and obviously look forward to the spring. This is Grizzlies Live at Newk Eatery on the Grizzly Digital Network.
As a member of the NAIA, Georgia Gwinnett College is responsible for the actions of student athletes, staff, fans, boosters, and alumni. We are committed to the principle of institutional control and operating our athletics program in a manner consistent with the letter and spirit of the NAIA and Georgia Gwinnett College. We expect our student athletes to be model students in the classroom by offering academic support services in a variety of ways throughout their collegiate career. From study halls and tutoring to mentoring and personal growth and development training, GGC puts academic success at the forefront of our mission. Go Grizzlies!
Hello, I'm Dr. Darin Wilson, Director of Athletics at Georgia Gwinnett College. Our administrators, coaches, and staff are proud to be one of the newest members in the NAIA. We aim to uphold the NAIA Champions of Character principles by promoting a positive climate for growth while fostering relationships within Georgia Gwinnett College, Lawrenceville, and Gwinnett County. In addition, we embrace our core values for the Grizzly Athletic Department: sportsmanship, leadership, service, responsibility, and pursuing excellence. Our mission is to develop lifelong leaders of character through academic and athletic excellence. Go Grizzlies!
Are you tracking the very latest with Grizzly Athletics? Stay up to date by following Grizzly Athletics on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. You can join the conversation by using the hashtag Grizzly Athletics all season long. And as always, catch all the recaps, stats, and news on grizzlyathletics.com. Don't be left out. Follow all the latest with Grizzly Athletics online.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Grizzlies Live here at Newk Eatery. We're joined by Director of Athletics, Dr. Darin Wilson. And Darin, we'll get right to it. I'll step aside. I'll go eat lunch. I'll come back. Facilities, your favorite thing. We got a lot of improvements coming up.
I do like facilities. We're doing a lot of things even right now. One of the things that's pretty special at GGC that we do each year with our baseball and softball fields is we come in and do a complete re-laser grade of the skin parts of the infield. Doesn't happen at a lot of places across the country, regardless of division. And so right now what's happening is on our softball field as well as our baseball field, as you see some of that footage, they come in, they bring all new clay in, do a complete laser grade, they roll it, and then they'll put the turfus material back on top of it. So really it's like building a brand new infield each year for our teams as they get ready to compete in the spring. There's not a better surface in the country, in my opinion, in terms of what.
No excuses for errors.
No excuses for errors, that's right. I give our infielders a hard time. So if you can't catch it on this surface, you can't catch it. But there's no excuse for not making great plays. And again, we want to make sure that we've got the best facilities we can possibly have for our student athletes, and this is just one of those things that we do to enhance that experience.
It's not even a facelift, it's more like makeup. So we doll up the infield a little bit with some makeup, and they're not the only ones that's going to get some facial changes here with tennis and the tennis complex.
That's true, and with tennis, Doug Court's done a great job of our tennis complex, just doing some general maintenance. We've done a lot of painting up there. We've changed some tables and chairs out. We've done some carpeting on the inside. We're going to do some work in the locker rooms up there. And then this summer we hope to come in, we've got 16 courts up there, 12 hard courts, 4 clay. We hope to come in this summer and do some resurfacing of those courts and some new fresh paint, some logos. Got to get a scoreboard up there at some point. So we've got some neat things that we want to do. The other thing that's pretty cool is with the synthetic field. I was talking to Steve DeCou this morning. He came in and he was talking about the baseball fields and saying, do you do anything with soccer? And I said, yeah, we broom it every week. And he said, well, Doug was down brooming it this morning.
He was.
And so, you broom that synthetic grass and you move the rubber around. And for the most part, it's fairly maintenance-free as long as you keep that part up. So really a good initial investment for us with the synthetic turf as well.
It's been great. Not only do we invest in our facilities, and this is probably my favorite program, of all the wins and the losses in the programs, we invest in our student athletes. And the Student Athlete Enhancement Program, headed up by Sean Gillespie, is off to a great start in its first semester.
Yeah, I had a great fall, absolutely. We had about 6 different sessions where we brought in the student athletes. We brought special guest speakers from across the region in, so not just from GGC, but also from outside of GGC. We talked about leadership development, we talked about setting goals, we talked about what it means like to be a Grizzly, and what that looks like for our student athletes. Learning how to budget, really a neat thing. We talked about some financial responsibility as they go out and are going to become, workforce folks here in the next few years. You look back and you think about your college experience, and a lot of times, even in a classroom, you're not getting some practical, hands-on advice.
Correct.
And so we're trying to enhance that piece of it for them to where they actually come in and they know when they get that first check and checking account that at the end of the day that thing needs to balance, or you need to be on the plus side. And sometimes it takes them a while to understand that once they're out in the real world, and hopefully we can negate some of those issues where they get in debt, they get into credit card debt, and we can help with that from an athletics perspective.
Also, part of that student athlete enhancement is our community service projects across the board, but probably highlighted by our softball program and their national championship. I'll call it that. Their national championship of the NAI Championship Character Award, and they pick up right where they left off. Whether it's on the field or off the field, no coach wants to rest on their laurels, and Coach Eilenberg right back at it again.
Well, and I said before, that may be the thing I'm most proud of from last year, even with 2 tennis national championships, is with our National Championship Character Award with our softball program. And again, what they've done in the community has been second to none. And all of our programs volunteer, but Kat's really done a great job taking that above and beyond. And with this, the autism race that we were a part of, you can see some of the highlights there. They just really did a great job, and our student athletes just really get in and give with their heart and soul with these types of projects, and really, really proud of them.
And I feel like we're beating a dead horse here, but getting it done in the classroom, in the community, on the field, and we're recognized by the NAI last October for Georgia Gwinnett, the athletic department. From their student athletes and coaches, we received the silver medallion from the NAI's 5-star champion character initiatives. Does that sort of validate what we're doing with our mission statement and our core values to be recognized with that?
Well, it's what we want to be known for as well. We want to be known for what we're doing on the fields, but we want to be known for having great sportsmanship and doing things in the community and giving back and all of those things that sometimes get lost in today's athletics world.
Yep.
And we still want to put that on the forefront, and so it's nice to get those types of awards and be validated with that. But you also know that as the next year comes, you're expected to do it again, and sometimes that's the hard part. It's easy at times to build the initial part of the program. The hard part is the sustainability, and that's kind of where we are right now.
That's exactly what I was going to get to. It seems like whether it's the stigma with GGC, the athletic department, we're just going to grow and grow and grow, and we're adding facilities and staffing and all this great, wonderful stuff. At a certain point, we're going to plateau. What motivates you to get to that plateau or to keep growing?
Well, both. I mean, and growth is in different areas. We don't have to necessarily grow the athletics department to grow in a lot of areas. We want to make sure that, again, we're growing our student athletes in areas that matter. We always want to be competing. We always want to be competing for championships across the board, regardless of sport. But each year we want to make sure we're doing something that's just a little more special that enhances the student athlete experience.
Looking forward to it, obviously, as always. If I'm going to tell you a number here, and I don't want you to get too nervous or scared, okay? Let's try to enjoy the holidays as much as we can. We'll turn the calendar over 51 days from today. 51 days. we'll throw out the first pitch for baseball. Tennis, first serve as well, same day, January 30th.
Well, not only that, so the scary part is not the 51 days. The scary part is how many home contests that we have in February and March. That's the scary part, because we've got a lot of baseball, a lot of softball, and a lot of tennis matches coming up in the spring, which is great. You know, we want to be the place that people want to come and play because we've got great facilities. We're going to put on a great experience for the visiting teams that come in as well. Umpires and officials like to come work here. So, you know, again, we're just trying to have that overall experience.
And what's great, you mentioned it earlier, I want to drive it home. We're going to host the conference tournament, that AI tournament in both softball and baseball the beginning of May, and obviously we're looking forward to that too.
Well, as well as the unaffiliated tennis event, we'll host it too. So we're going to host 3 pretty key events this spring in hopes that we can continue to make a run at national tournaments.
Well, I'll leave you on this parting notes. Final thoughts here. What's next coming from your office in your chair?
Well, we're going to continue to do what we do. I mean, we certainly want to, I'll take back to the facility standpoint. We've got some enhancements we want to do down at soccer still. We press box and some things that we want to do down there. You
Production crew is fist pumping in the
to
background
keep
there.
you guys out of the weather. But I tell you, Matt, I just want to say, thank you to you and to our folks behind the desk and behind the scenes of the work you do. The videos and the commercials and the spotlights that have come out this fall have been better than anything that we've ever done here. And kudos to you and your staff. And it's great to have Clay Trainham on as well, our new sports information director, who's really done a great job with some new social media things that we've got going, and there's some neat things that are coming this spring. So really appreciate you all and what you do for us.
Well, Darin, we appreciate your time and stopping by. Enjoy some lunch today. What'd you order today for lunch when you come to Newk? Because you're always here in the background.
I think I'm having a margarita pizza today.
Margarita pizza, that's pretty solid.
So
I like
that's
that.
what we're going with.
Good choice.
But happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and go Grizzlies.
Absolutely, go Grizzlies. We'll take a break. We'll come back and put a nice little bow on this show. This is Grizzlies Live at Newk Eatery on the Grizzly Digital Network.
Grizzly fans, you can purchase your season passes today. Packages are available for the fall or spring or all sporting events. You can find out more information by calling the Office of Athletics at 678-407-5275 or by visiting the game day ticket window. Single game discounts are available on game day, including youth, senior, military, and group rates. Tickets are selling fast as the Grizzlies take the field. We invite you to come experience fast-paced collegiate athletics at a friendly price. Visit grizzlyathletics.com for more information and be sure to purchase your season tickets today.
Hello, I'm Dr. Darin Wilson, Director of Athletics at Georgia Gwinnett College. Our administrators, coaches, and staff are proud to be one of the newest members in the NAIA. We aim to uphold the NAIA Champions of Character principles by promoting a positive climate for growth while fostering relationships within Georgia Gwinnett College, Lawrenceville, and Gwinnett County. In addition, we embrace our core values for the Grizzly Athletic Department: sportsmanship, leadership, service, responsibility, and pursuing excellence. Our mission is to develop lifelong leaders of character through academic and athletic excellence. Go Grizzlies.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to Grizzlies Live at Newk Eatery. Big thanks to Dr. Darin Wilson for coming by. He's a busy man this time of the year, and he says he enjoyed Kentucky and Thanksgiving at the holidays, but he never really clocks out. Phone's always on. It's always going off. So big thanks to him for being on the show here, and obviously great leadership starts at the top with him. He said it, and I'll reemphasize it. Please have a safe and happy holidays to all the Grizzly folks out there in your travels, spending quality time with the family, and then we're looking forward to the spring sports season at the turn of the calendar. Not to be forgotten, our tweet of the week here comes from the GGC men's soccer account as they congratulate Martin Lugo and Zach Ruck on being named to the NAIA Scholar Athlete list. Their awards donated by the national, or donned by the national office. It reaches us here in Lawrenceville. Also, a week before that, Sarah Lindell also makes that NAIA Scholar Athlete list as well. So big shout outs to the 3 of them for their hard work and dedication. And that'll do it for the fall semester. Put a close on Grizzlies Live. We'll be back on January 14th for the next episode of Grizzlies Live. We'll get you ready for all the spring sports, baseball, softball, men's and women's tennis. Same time, same place, Wednesdays, 12 o'clock right here at Newk's Eatery. Again, January 14th will be our next episode of Grizzlies Live. Stay tuned to our website, grizzlyathletics.com during the holidays. And as always, we'll keep you posted on Grizzly Digital Network. Marissa, Colin, thumbs up. Happy holiday, thumbs up all the way around. Clay's around here somewhere. He's in the background, thumbs up from him. I'll get out of here. Happy holidays from us at Grizzly Athletics. I'm Matt Mahoney signing off saying so long, everybody. This is the Grizzly Digital Network.
We would like to thank all of our corporate sponsors who have made today's game possible. You can watch this game and previous games by clicking the On Demand tab at the top of the page. In addition, you can watch coaches' shows and weekly feature stories all on the Grizzly Digital Network by clicking the On Demand tab as well. For the latest information, including game recaps, schedules, and so much more, visit grizzlyathletics.com.